Hey everyone, Mine's here. So, I wanted to follow up on a video that I did about a week and a half ago. It was the 5 tools for industry and hauling, and I got a lot of really good feedback on Reddit for this particular post of me asking, what tools you know, do you use on a daily basis for your hauling needs and industry needs? Got a lot of really good feedback and a couple of applications that I have not used before. Actually, a couple that I had not heard of before. One of them that perked my interest was Eve ISK Per Hour. Um, Now, I'm going to show you this application. I'm also going to leave a link in the description for you to click on, go and check it out, download it. But I went out on YouTube looking for some videos just on how to get up and running and set up with it. Again, it's one of these applications that when you actually bring it up for the first time, there's so much information in front of you, so much information at your fingertips that's not set up yet. That you have to that it can again oftentimes seem overwhelming. So I thought I would take a couple moments to kind of walk you guys through really fast on how to set this up. So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. So this is Eve ISK Per Hour. This is a standalone application that you download and install. It doesn't take very long. But what you want to do first, of course, is to set up your character. Okay, so file and add characters. I'm not going to go through this process. It should be pretty straightforward for a lot of people. The instructions for this are actually very, very clear. So, yeah, I mean, if once you click on log into Eve, you'll log in and it'll bring you back to another pop-up for the application, and it literally walks you step by step on how to set up the application on the CCP website. And it'll generate some permissions for the application for your character or for your account, pulling a secret key, and you'll plug all of this stuff into the application. And once that's all done, it'll pull all of your skills, pretty much everything. Not everything, but items such as your reprocessing skills and whatnot, all of the useful information. So after all of that is done, you've got your character loaded. This is not the screen that you want to be on. You want to go to update prices. Now, I've already got my application set up, but what you would see would be this. Okay, nothing, no check marks, no nothing, no groups here that have been pulled in. Basically, you want to start from left to right. Okay, that's pretty much going to be what you're going to be doing for every tab. You're going to work basically from the upper left down to the right and back up. It's kind of how I've come to see it. So this is blank. So you're going to come down here to raw materials. You can pick and choose what materials you want to load. So if you want just minerals, that's going to be your isogen, your mexilon, your noxium, xydrine, etc. You can also do ice products, isotopes, ozone, and whatnot. Now, I typically do raw materials, all of them, because I want to make sure I cover every material that I have for all of my blueprints. And possibly if I'm also looking for some new blueprints, which I'll show you how to do that here in a minute. For the most part, let's do minerals. Yeah, let's just do minerals. It'll be a little bit easier. And manufactured items. Now, manufactured items, for the most part, what I've taken from this is, if you see over here, Tech 1, 2, 3, Storyline, Navy, and Pirate factions, these are going to be already built items that you need in order to continue your manufacturing for that particular blueprint. So obviously for something like Tech 2, you need the Tech 1 version, and so on for Tech 3. And especially like Navy faction and whatnot, you need the T1 version in order to make the Navy faction. So I will typically just click this for ships, charges, modules. We don't want to do subsystems, structures, modules, rigs, deployables, boosters or celestials, components. We don't need these. I'm not doing capital. No hybrid tech. Not doing implants. And we'll leave those. Alright, so we've got all of the stuff on the left side. Now we want to do the right side. So this is where we are going to pull our prices from. Now, you have regions and you have trade hubs. You can only choose one. So in my case, I do everything in domain. So if I want to pull all of domain's prices, I can do that. Or if I just want to pull one of the trade hubs, I can choose Amar, and I can pull the prices just for Amar. So that's typically what I do, is just choose Amar. Now this bottom part, from what I've seen so far, the modifiers, you can actually add, actually I'm going to download these prices now. Sometimes it can take more than just a moment. Okay, there it took just a couple of seconds. Earlier it took about 30 seconds or more. It might have just been a request latency issue, but not really an issue though. Raw price modifier and a manufacturing price modifier. So take for instance, if you want to charge, or somebody wants to charge you like 5 or 10% for hauling a bunch of materials. It's just an example. You can actually get an idea of what what that'll be. So you can actually add 10% to all of these prices, so you already know what you're gonna pay in total. All right. So once you've got all of this, then you want to come over to manufacturing list. Again, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to really start from the left and make your way to the right. All right. So this is gonna remain empty until we actually hit calculate here. Now I'm only gonna do my blueprints. I actually like doing all blueprints, especially this is really good, especially if you're looking for blueprints that you don't already have and you want to see if there's something else out there that you can buy and actually make profitable over time. But for this, I'm only going to do my blueprints. I'm not going to do T2 or T3s. No pirates, navy, or any of that. Blueprint race, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm not going to do any structures, deployables, components, subsystems, boosters. Alright. We're not going to be filtering anything, so that's like once you get all of this up here, you can actually filter your items by the different categories, fuel blocks, frigates, so on. Now this box up here, this one is going to be where you are going to manufacture your goods. You can choose if it's going to be a station, like an NPC station. It'll take into configuration the taxes for it, given your skills and whatnot as well. So in my case, I do domain, and then since actually no, I want not a pause. I want a structure and domain. I'm gonna go to our shot, and then I go to Rotaru. Okay, and then it's gonna put all of these in here based on my configurations. You can also upgrade it with the fittings if you have different rigs and whatnot. And then, so down here, this box down here, the market filters. After I'm done with my manufacturing, I want to be able to check the prices. Okay, so what this is going to do, it's going to go out to, say right now it's going to go out to the forge, probably Jita, and actually pull that price, and it's going to put it, it's going to cross-reference what the lowest selling price is in Jita, and compare it to, well, not compare it, but do the math for you based on what it will actually cost to make the item. All right, so you can choose pretty much any region. Again, I'm gonna do domain. I want 7 days average. You can change this as well. 15, 30, 90. You can modify the build time, max build time, if you want to. You don't want an orca and you don't want to wait 30 days. Well, the orca's not going to show up. You can also do the runs, blueprints, how many production lines and stuff. Include taxes and fees. Yep. Okay. So once you have all of this set up, go ahead and hit calculate, and it will go through all of your blueprints, and it will tell you which ones are profitable. Alright, so right here it shows in domain I can build a Dominic's for 130 million cost and profit 9.7 million. Now this doesn't actually give you your selling price. What you have to do is actually add the total cost to the profit, or vice versa, whatever you want to do. What you can also do is double click this and it will take you back to this first tab, and it will kind of break more of this down, how much of what items that you need in order to make this. You can also change the total amount of runs and it will be reflected over everything. So since I own my own pause, or I own my own structure, my own Rotaru, the only tax that I actually pay is the system index cost of 2.10%. So not bad. But yep, it will tell me what my profit is, and what the input cost is. So market price is right here. So this is what I was talking about. Your market price is basically these two pieces added together. All right. So let's see, what else did I want to show you? Let's see, mining. Oh, actually no. Before I go to mining, what you can do right here. This is awesome. I really like this. You can right click this and not only view the market history, which is also really good. Actually, let's look at that real fast. So yeah, we can see what. Let's see, last 7 days. What these are actually selling for within domain. So, but you can also add this to the shopping list. The shopping list can be found under View, Shopping List. Guess what? Look, it adds all of this stuff up for you. Alright, so let's go ahead and add another one. I want to build a Corax. Okay. Shopping list. Guess what? It adds both these items here, and then it just tallies up how much of each material that you need. Absolutely amazing. I love this. I hate doing my own math on how much material I freaking need. That is probably the most annoying thing that seriously it takes me the longest to do. It'll also give you a total cost of all of the materials, the volume, which is also very handy because then it also lets me know if I need to actually take a freighter to grab all of this stuff, and then it actually gives me my profit. Really, really, really handy. Absolutely love the shopping list. I just want to throw all of these in the cart. Just take them all home with me and build them all at once. That's how much I love this application. So the last thing I'm going to show you is mining. Now I literally just kind of discovered this morning. I never thought I was actually going to use it, but since the application pulls all of your skills in, it brings you all of your reprocessing and all of your fleet skills and mining ship skills and stuff. So what I love about this is, I mostly use a coveter instead of a really big expensive Hulk on this particular character. I don't have it, so brings in. So I have mining barge skill 4, coveter. If I can change this to modulated strip miners 2, I have T2 upgrades, and I use T2 crystals. So I don't have any mining skills, any mining implants on this. I really do need to get them. And if we go over here again, this is like most of the time this application works from left to right is kind of how I've got it. If you want to include ore that isn't high sec, low sec, null sec, or only high yield ores, since I'm in domain where my structure is in high sec, it's really close. I'm going to stick to high sec. The ore location, I'm just going to check off these. Since I'm in a MAR space, I only want to pull ore that's available in a MAR. Let's see. Don't need any of this. I'm not doing a boost. This is also something really cool. I'm going to show you this here in a second. So yeah, right here. So am I using a hauler or not? So I do use a hauler. So I'm going to show you what. So it's going to show you if we hit calculate here, Veldspar. I can mine about 2.6 million ISK worth of Veldspar. Actually, it's going to show me. It's going to tell me this is the most valuable ore for me to mine. Now, this is refined. So I'm going to mine all of it, and then I'm going to refine it based on my skills. 69.5% yield. And then going back to this processing types, we can, I wonder if it'll give me, nope. Okay, so we do have to select one of these. We're either refining it. If you don't want to refine it, do compressed, and it will tell you 15.4. So still Veldspar is the best ore for me to mine compressed. Actually, it'd be for anybody at the moment. So based on the prices that you imported. Now, where this changes per hour is if you're using a hauler or if you're making a run back and forth to your station. So a round trip, what's that round trip cost you? A minute? Right. So, 30 seconds there, 30 seconds back, and you're only hauling about, 2.5 cycles worth of ore, or 3 cycles worth of ore. And that changes, by quite drastically, in my opinion, whether or not you're using a hauler. And then if you wanted, you could use a fleet booster. Select a ship, just Orca, 5 foreman. Actually, that should be 5. These, it's a foreman, and then you can double click. You can click these again for T2 modules. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Look at that, 20.8 million ISK per hour of Veldspar if you're compressing it and selling it. So this tab actually made me quite a bit of money. It gives me cycle time and laser range, include broker fees and taxes. Oh, actually, absolutely awesome. I love this. This app has seriously been. It has risen to like the top of my list of apps that I use on a daily basis. The only other one that I use on a daily basis right now is Everness, and that's to kind of monitor my market orders for day trading. So other than that, guys, that is really all I wanted to show you. Again, I didn't see too many videos out here that were really up to date within like the last 2 years for Eve ISK per hour. I know there's probably a ton more that you can do with this app. Let me know how you guys actually use this, if you use it at all, or if it's new to you. Welcome to Eve ISK per hour, because this application, I don't know where you've been all my life, but you're here now, and you're making me more money than I was making before. So thank you so much to whoever made this. I really should find out. Actually, I'll find out, and I'll leave their name down in the description. Thank you. Kudos to you for making this and making me more ISK. So let me know down in the comments below. What are you guys using? Are you guys using Eve ISK per hour? And how's it working out for you guys? So that's all I really got for you guys today. And I will see you guys next time. Later.